Hey everyone, welcome back to KBS Technocraft Day 8 Python tutorial. Today we are going to explore object-oriented programming concept called data abstraction in Python. We will look on how to achieve data abstraction in Python. Before we dive into today's video, I just wanted to take a moment to invite you to join my channel KBS Technocraft. If you like what you see, please consider hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you never miss a video. By subscribing, you will be the first to know when I upload new content, and you will be helping us to grow our channel and reach even more people. So if have not already, hit the subscribe button and become a part of the KBS Technocraft family today. So, we will try to understand what is data abstraction and what are the benefits of data abstraction before we go and implement it. With that, also we will try to compare this data abstraction with encapsulation because these two concepts are two different concepts, but somehow the developer used to get confused on this particular concepts. So let me go through that and we will try to understand what is data abstraction first. So data abstraction is another fundamental concept of object-oriented programming. It's referred to practice of hiding the implementation detail of a class from outside world and presenting only the essential feature of a class to the user. Data abstraction always used to separate interface of a class from its implementation, which make the code more robust, secure, and maintainable. Okay, so what are the benefits of data abstraction? Basically, there are two benefits of data uh, abstraction at high level: security. Data abstraction provides security by preventing direct access to the data of a class. This means that the data is protected from accidental modification or tampering, which can occur or crash into the program. Simplification. Data abstraction simplifies the use of class by presenting only the essential feature of the class to the user. This means that the user of a class does not know how this class internally works. Now, let's go with one example and we will try to understand how we can achieve data abstraction. So, we will see example where we can try to i- achieve data abstraction using abstract class and interface. An abstract class is a class that cannot be instantiated but can only be a subclass. A abstract class can define abstract method, which are methods that have no implementation. So let's say consider we are going to create a class called safe, and then we are going to define two abstract method. One is called area and perimeter. Then we are going to call this we are going to create a class called safe, and then we are going to define two methods, area and perimeter, and then we are going to implement or derived two classes, circle and square, from safe. So let me open Visual Studio Code and we will see that this particular code here. So I have already, so what I'm doing, I'm just importing this abstract method class library here, and then what I'm doing it here is that module basically, and then I'm declaring a class called safe, and then we are having two abstract method. Basically this class is abstract class now. Why? Because these two methods are abstract now here. So if you see area, it does not have any implementation, it's just return pass, means it does not have any implementation of this function. Then same way perimeter also does not have a implementation detail here. So the derived class which is going to be implement or inherit this parent class is going to implement it. So the one class which we have implemented is circle. So for here circle, what does it do is implement the safe, and then it has a input parameter radius, and then we are overriding this function or defining this function, that area, and then as we know area of a circle equal to pi r square. So this is what this 3.14 is pi value and radius value, and then we are putting power 2, and perimeter is 2 pi r. That's what we have declared is 2, and then pi value is 3.14 and r. So the method which are defined into abstract class or the abstract method are getting defined inside the derived class, that is circuit. Similar way, exactly same, what we are going to do, we are going to implement the shape into the square class, and then we are going to define the method, okay, area and perimeter, and we are having our own logic based on the shape. For example, for square we are having the area equal to arm square and perimeter equal to 4 into r, that means length of the one side. So we will have this code here. Now when we are going to when we are going to call this function, or that means when the consumer of this circle or square is going to get called, what they are going to do, that they are going to create instance of circle, let's say consider circle, and then whenever you want to get area, because the radius value is getting passed into the constructor, then whenever you want to get the area, you are calling area function, and whenever you are trying to get the perimeter, you are calling perimeter from that particular class object. Now similar way, we have created a square class object, and then we are trying to get area and perimeter. In this example, what we have seen that by hiding implementation detail behind well-defined abstract classes or interfaces, we can create high-level abstraction that simplify complex tasks and promote code reusable. Now, we will try to compare data abstraction with encapsulation and try to understand what is the difference between these two concepts. Okay, so to do that, we will have another example where I have a encapsulation example. Okay, so here in this, what we are having it here, there is a class person, and then what we are having it, we are having a constructor where this particular class contains three private variables, name, age, and address, and then we are having simple get and set for these properties. Okay, now when you create an instance, you will pass this value, and then a user will be able to get and set the value, but the user or the consumer will not be able to set direct value or modify value to these private variable, because we have restricted that by having the appropriate access modifier that is private in this. So by going through these two examples, you might be able to understand that the difference between the data abstraction and encapsulation. Let me summarize it. Data abstraction refers to the process of hiding the implementation detail of a system for the user while providing the interface to interact with the system. But encapsulation is the process of wrapping data and method into a single unit while restricting access to the data from outside the system. Okay, so basically in data abstraction, we use classes, object interfaces, abstract class to implement it most of the cases. When you are trying to implement encapsulation, majorly focus will be with classes. We majorly focus on the access modifier like private, protected, and public, and restrict the data by using these data attributes and functionalities by using these attributes. Okay, about the data, access data, only in data abstraction, only the relevant information is exposed to the end user. Okay, encapsulation, the data is wrapped into a class and access is restricted using access modifier. So I hope this compare is very clear now. And if you have any doubt or concern, please write comment in the comment box. I will try to answer it. Thank you so much for watching this. And if you enjoy this video and want to see more like it, please consider subscribe to my channel by hitting subscribe button, and you will be notified every time I upload a new video.